Welcome to the Rewards Master YouTube channel, where we talk about all things points and miles. We talk about credit card reward systems, their ecosystems, how you can redeem those points for the greatest value. We talk about restaurant rewards and how you can put those together with your credit cards and get outsized value. Just everything to make it available to each and every one of us to upgrade our lifestyles, to spend less, and to enjoy life even more. If you'd like to read more articles about this, you can check out our webpage at www.therewardsmaster.com. Today I want to talk to you about what may be the hottest card on the market right now. And really, it's a credit card that pretty much everybody, if you want to get serious about collecting points and miles and being able to redeem them for outsized value, pretty much everybody has to either have this card or its bigger brother. And that is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Now, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, it's one of the most well-known in the travel game. And it's talked about, there'll be 100 different YouTube videos on this card, and that stretches back for years and years because it's been available for a long time. I've had it 3 different times now, and you can only get it once every 48 months. So that tells you how long it's been available. But I always make sure that even if I downgrade or if I cancel a card, as soon as I do that, then I'm go ahead and get another one, because you pretty much, if you want to take this to the very top level, and Chase is one of the major players in the game, you have to have one of these cards, either it or the Reserve card that's kind of its bigger brother, the Sapphire Reserve card. One of those two has to be in your wallet, because of the fact that you can't use the transfer partners from Chase unless you have one of these 2 cards. So let's talk about why it's so hot right now. And that is because of its current sign-up bonus. Now, this card, and my player 2, my wife, just got the card last week with this higher bonus. She's had it in the past before and downgraded it. And we did it again because with 80,000 miles, and that's the current sign-up bonus, after $4,000 in spend in the first 3 months, this card is a no-brainer. It has a $95 annual fee, but when you factor in all the benefits of the card, that $95 annual fee is a bargain. Now, 80,000 points. Typically, if you just were to pick this up at any time, you're going to get a 60,000 point bonus. The points guy puts Chase points at about 2 cents a piece. That may be a little generous, but I think it's pretty fair, especially with transfer. So that means that this 80,000 point bonus is worth about $1,600 when it comes to travel rewards. And to get that for a $95 annual fee that's going to be even offset by some other things, that is just a tremendous value. Now, when you look at this card, you're going to notice that, as we mentioned, the $95 annual fee. But that is offset by a $50 per year credit for hotel bookings done through the Chase portal. So all you have to do is get on there. Chase has a very easy portal to use. You book a hotel, and if it's $51 or more, if you can find one for $51, that's great. You probably can't. But whatever you book, you're going to get the first $50 back as a statement credit. And that brings the effective annual fee down to just $45. So you're getting, like we said, $1,600 worth of value from the sign-up bonus. You're getting that $50 back. And all of that said and done, for $45 on an annual fee, it's tremendous. The other reason it's really worth that, and I don't even blink an eye at paying that $45 a year, is because it makes it possible for me to transfer points to Chase's travel partners. And they have some of the very, very best travel partners. I particularly I was a United flyer for years, and I've been very loyal to United, hundreds of thousands of lifetime miles. I'm switching over now to American this year because United's just made it almost impossible for me to retain my status, and American's new system is just easier for me, being able to use credit cards and rocket miles, and that's a video for another day. But I've always liked Chase because United is a transfer partner of theirs. Also, and this is, nobody else has this, Southwest is a transfer partner. So if you're looking for just trips within the United States, there's not many better options than Southwest Airlines, and they transfer directly from Chase. And the other thing that they have that really very few others, I think maybe the Bilt card has it, and that is Hyatt hotels, which when it comes to getting outsized value for points, Hyatt hotel points are worth about 1.7 cents a piece. And that is an outstanding value. And so you can transfer Chase points over 1-to-1, and you're immediately getting 1.7 on Hyatt hotels. And then they have a whole bunch of foreign airline partners that are outstanding transfer partners as well. So when we look at the card, there's just so much value in it. Even whether it's popular or not, I'd be making this video if nobody else was making it, because I just think it is one of the foundational cards that needs to be in everybody's wallet who's trying to rack up those transferable currencies. Because if you have some of the no annual fee Chase cards, you're still going to get a lot of Chase points. I mean, they have cards that have rotating categories that will give you, 5 points per dollar on a whole lot of spend categories, depending on what's kind of been assigned that particular quarter or that particular time. But with those, you can't transfer unless you have one of the Sapphire cards or some of the Ink business cards. So you've got to have this one as kind of your core card to be able to use all the other cards in the Chase trifecta that is talked about in a lot of videos, or just to use those points from your other Chase cards like the Freedom. We have that one as well. That gives 1.5 points on everything you buy, which is a great companion to this one. Now, when we talk about the multipliers, there are some great multipliers when you book through their travel portal 5 times. And so you can find that on the card. But then what I really like about it is it's got that 3x on dining. Now, there are some cards that are a little bit better. People talk all the time about the American Express Gold card. I used to have that card and I used it a lot, but that was before they offset that $250 annual fee with all of those credits that have to be remembered every single month. So I don't use the Gold card anymore. I canceled mine. And I don't really use the Sapphire card for my dining either, because I have a grandfathered in City Prestige card that gives me 5 city points per dollar on dining. I use that one. But if ever there's a circumstance where I don't need to use that one, or if I want to build up my Chase points, I'll use this one. 3 points per dollar is a solid option on dining. It also gives a solid 2x per dollar spent on a general travel category. So I put this one on, with Uber and then with Lyft. I think right now you're getting 5x per dollar for a limited time. So it's great on those kind of travel. If you need to book train tickets or cruises or anything of that nature, you're going to get that 2x per dollar. And then it gives you 1x per dollar on all other spend categories. So this card is very powerful. It's very broad, and it earns those points in the Chase ecosystem that are extremely valuable. And frankly, I think the most valuable when it comes to comparing it to American Express membership rewards or Capital One miles or even City Thank You points, which I rack up a lot of. I think dollar to dollar, point to point, Chase has the most valuable points because they have the very easiest to use partners, and their ecosystem is very easy. The great thing that I'm excited about is my wife, as I said, my Player 2 just got the card, and Chase will allow you to call in, connect your accounts, and we can transfer our points between one another. You can't do that with a lot of issuers, but Chase just makes it so easy and so flexible. The other great thing about this card is it has a number of protections. Now, I've never really used the protections. I've been a status flyer, so if my bags get lost, the airline takes care of me. If I need to be rebooked or it gets canceled, they usually take care of me and upgrade me and all of that. So I haven't used them much, but I know that for a lot of people, the good travel rewards in regard to insurances like lost baggage or delayed trip coverage, those are very valuable. But one thing I always use the Sapphire preferred card for is when I rent a car. Now you're going to get that 2x per dollar on renting a car, but why I use this, even if I could get more with some of my other cards, is because it has primary rental car coverage. Now, like a lot of the American Express cards have rental car coverage, but it's secondary rental car coverage. That means that if you get in an accident and that car is damaged, you got to turn it into your insurance company first, which means you're probably going to have an increase in your insurance premiums. But if you use this card, you deny the extra coverage they try to sell you, and they will try to sell it to you. They always do. But you deny that at the counter. You just put it on the card, and if something happens, it's primary rental car coverage. It covers the car before you have to turn it into your insurance company. So no ding on your insurance, no increase in premiums. I've never had that happen. I've never had to use it, but I always make sure I put it on this card for that very reason. Well, if you're thinking about this card, there is like we said, a fantastic sign-up bonus, 80,000 points. In the show notes below, I'll put my own personal link to it if you choose to use that, and only do it if it makes a lot of sense to you. But if you choose to use that, I'll get a few referral points from it. It's a great way to help the channel. And I hope that you'll tune in here. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. I'm trying to produce content that'll be helpful to you. One of the things I think is unique is we talk about here at the Rewards Master, not just credit card points and miles, not just some of the different shopping portals like Capital One, and my very favorite is the Mileage Plus X that's run through United and Seated and some of those. But we also talk about individual restaurant reward programs. So much of the time you can put together your card points and perhaps one of those shopping portals or dining portals, and also sign up for the restaurant rewards program, and you can triple dip. There have been times I've gotten over 30% back regularly at some great restaurants. So we look at that stuff here as well. Well, if you've enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you right back here next time with more discussion of how to make life even more rewarding.